Lord Arbuthnot, can I just ask you to comment on last week's announcements from the Minister and how you feel about them?
I feel very good indeed about it, because this is a mass problem which required a mass solution. And I think his announcement on the overturning of convictions, precisely how that is actually done, we have yet to bottom out. But that announcement was very, very welcome. I can't remember when I first called for it, but a little time ago. And his announcement on the simplification of redress or compensation was also most welcome.
I'll come on to the point about simplification of compensation, but can I just say that where we are at the moment is a complete breakdown in trust in nearly every part of the system. And the Minister's announcement, do you think that is going to give trust and confidence to those who are claiming? You started at the beginning saying it's and you've just said it again, a mass solution to resolve the situation. How do you bring forward those people who have absolutely no faith in the system, who perhaps have no confidence in signing a letter saying they did no wrong for fear of prosecution later on?
Those are good points. And there will be some who will continue to refuse to come forward, and I beg them to come forward. The signing of the letter, well, it may be quite difficult to draft such a letter for those who may be said to have committed false accounting. Where they do they sign to say that they didn't? I don't know. It's difficult, this, but we will hammer it out in one way or another.
Can I then just ask where you see the role of Parliament in on this? Because what we are about to do in terms of legislation to overturn convictions is unprecedented. Indeed, this whole situation is unprecedented and it's horrific. But does this set a dangerous precedent for Parliament to start overturning convictions? How does the judiciary respond? And what happens in future cases?
It does set a precedent, but in such quite extraordinary circumstances that it is hard, I hope, to see that precedent being repeated. The largest, as I understand it, the largest number of cases that had previously come before the Criminal Cases Review Commission on any one issue was previously 10. When we're talking of 1,000 produced by one organisation doing private prosecutions in a way which was quite abysmal, I think that is quite difficult for us to see repeated. How will the judiciary respond? I don't think the judiciary is at all happy with its own part in these events, but I don't know exactly how the judiciary will respond. I hope they will accept that these cases need urgent overturning, because we can't have more people going to their graves with convictions still on their records.
Doctor, I've just got two last bits and then I'll hand back to you, Chair. Dr. Hudgell, Dan Needle wrote a particularly interesting thread last week around the Horizon shortfall scheme, in which he said here was a compensation scheme that ran to 14 pages, required legal advice that he estimated to be in the cost of £10,000. That's what he would quote someone to be able to provide that advice to, and that had sort of slightly obscure phrases like consequential loss, to which the definition was found in Appendix 1. Why are we still putting up with a system that is just so deliberately opaque in terms of trying to help people get the redress that they need to? Why is a system like that even coming out to try and help people when it's not really doing the thing it's meant to do?
I can only concur with you, and it's not driven from this side of the fence. From this side of the fence, we want simplification, we want speed of outcome, and it is a source of frustration in all the schemes that there is inconsistency, and there is, as I described earlier, over engineering in all respects.
One final question, which is, could either of you explain to me why the Horizon system is still in use? In a debate in 2014 and in 2015, I think Andrew Bridgen held a debate in 2015 in Westminster Hall in which it was rumoured that IBM was going to take over the system. There were then rumours that Amazon was going to take over the system. Why is there still taxpayers' money going towards Horizon? Why is it still in place? And how can the Post Office continue to run using a system that has clearly betrayed so many people?
What an excellent question, and luckily you have the Minister in front of you later on.